A small lens, a budget lens, a lens that it's inviting you to shoot it, a very useful lens, a very light lens. What more could you want? Let's talk about Viltrox 20mm f2.8 now. Hi there and welcome to my channel. My name is Tudor Matescu and in this video I want to share with you my review about Viltrox 20mm f2.8 lens. I received this lens and I want to share with you my impressions after shooting with it, street photography, night street photography, daytime photography and so on. So this lens has a focal length of a 20mm. So this means this lens it's an ultra wide lens, a very versatile angle of view for photography, for documentary photography in tight spaces, for videography, for close-up shots. If this lens has a good minimum to focus distance, we'll find out. So in general, ultra-wide lenses are very expensive, but nowadays we have the chance to have this lens. So the price of this lens is unbeatable, really unbeatable. But does the lens deliver more than the price? Well, let's find out. First of all, let's talk about how it's balancing on A7C. So on Sony A7C, it's balancing outstanding well. It's light, it's feeling good. The plastics are okay. It's not cheap plastic, it's not premium plastic. I would say medium plus, so it's very okay at touch. Also, it has this beautiful lens hood that it's making the lens stylish and I'm liking this. Also, the lens has a nice black matte to it, so it will not shine. So it will help you do unobstructive street photography, videography and so on. So I think this is important. So the lens, it's giving me the mojo. It's giving me the mojo to pick it up and to shoot it. And this is very important because nowadays we have access to many lenses. And I think it's very important, a lens and a camera, to invite you to pick it up. So because it's light, it has this black matte, it has this nice stylish lens hood that is doing a great job, you'll be invited to pick it up. So really nice. And I'm not the only one who is saying this. I also gave this combo to my friend and he was very thrilled in shooting it. He was really loving it, and he's a full frame Sony shooter and he couldn't stop shooting the lens with Sony A7C.
Let's make a cake. Yeah, let's make a cake. Let's tie this down to the tracks. Let's make the world look flat.
So, great lens for that mojo working. Really recommend it for this. Now let's talk about the AF and manual focusing. You have here a manual focusing ring. It's not one of the wow manual focusing ring, but it's doing a great job. It's focusing fast in AF, very fast. It's very easy for me to focus this ultra wide lens. So no problems in AFC, in AFS, in video, really no problem. So with AF manual focusing and autofocusing, I don't have any complaints. It's great. I was able to shoot it by night in problematic situations with light behind of my subject and also by daylight, no problems. So great AF experience with Sony tracking, IAF and so on. Next, how is the image quality? Well, the image quality regarding chromatic aberrations, there are some there, but nothing that really disturbed me. We have very well controlled lens flare, so I was really amazed that the lens flare is very well controlled for this kind of price and for this kind of lens. So very well controlled lens flare. We have a contrasty image, a very sharp image, I would say, good sharpness, good contrast, good colors, but we have a small problem. You have some distortion, and if you are shooting and if you want those straight lines to be very, very straight, and you are shooting straight lines and horizontal lines, you'll have problems because we have a wavy distortion. So we need a Lightroom profile to correct this distortion for perfect image quality. So other than that, I'm not seeing any problems. I really don't see any problems regarding portraits, regarding street photography, regarding documenting everyday life or vlogging. No problems. It's doing the job, and you don't have to pay the extra price for Sony f1.8 20mm lens. So regarding image quality for such a small lens at a such great price, great, really, really great image quality. And by the way, I have a special newsletter dedicated to the passionate photographers. So if you want to learn more about photography tips, tricks, and all kinds of useful information for free, please subscribe to my newsletter, link in the comments and description. Now, for who is this lens? I would say that this lens is for someone who is on the budget. For a passionate photographer, it's especially this lens. As a passionate photographer, I don't want the Sony 20mm f1.8 because it's heavier, it's bigger, and it's more expensive, and I can't justify investing in such a lens. But for someone who loves to do photography for passion, this is the go-to lens, because the cherry on top of this lens. The cherry on top of this lens is that you have a great minimum to focus distance. What does this mean? This means that you can do very nice shots, very nice abstract angles because of this minimum to focus distance. It's crazy good. The minimum focus distance is 0.19 meters. So 19 centimeters minimum to focus distance with an ultra wide lens. So again, this means that this lens, it's opening your camera for nice fine art photography because of the ultra wide angle, because of the minimum focus distance and the shots that you can take. So the only problem in this equation is the photographer. If you want and if you understand what an ultra wide angle can do for your photography, then I would really recommend start with this lens. It's working great in manual focusing and in AF. So I was able to do street photography like Alan Schaller and all kinds of angles. So really do recommend it. I will shoot it more, and probably I will do a long-term review. So please subscribe to my video for more videos like this. Also check my first impressions about this lens, and also check the links in the comments and description if you want to buy this lens for you. There is a 10% discount code for this lens. So a great price, a great lens. You will not regret this lens. You will really love it. You will really love it for your full frame camera. A really nice lens from Viltrox again. Thank you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.